Hey, yo. Check it.
Welcome back, hero.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was sticking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Play.
Oh, it's here. Video. Wow.
Yo, it is late.
It's midnight, literally. It's after midnight, actually.
Yeah, man. We were
on a Saturday.
We were working on some music, and it ended up just being late.
You know what I'm saying? God damn it.
You got to lead the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Because niggas are got their phone. But I mean, as always, we got to figure out what episode it is. This is episode number 48.
2 away from 50. Yo, 48 athletes. I'm
sure there's a fullback somewhere.
or like a college punter.
Bro. Do you have any?
I don't have any.
I can't think of a single Piston that ever wore that number.
Isn't
I think like
isn't Reform that channel? Isn't that channel 48?
I don't know.
Episode Reform.
When I was
a kid, Fox Family was channel 48 where I was living at.
I think for me, so 46 was Nickelodeon, 47 was Cartoon Network, and 48 was like
Fox Family, man. I'm telling you.
It was something else before that.
Family,
yeah, it was ABC Family first. Yeah.
Episode ABC Family.
There we go. That's all we got. We relying on you, Rick Brown. He's probably gonna hit us with like a hockey player or something like that.
Right. Or like a bunch of well-known players that played for a team for 1 year and had a weird number, like the Celtics. That's like a Celtics number.
Or like I feel like Nazir Muhammad that was on the Pistons for a minute.
He was number 48,
or something. Or like Kwame Brown, weak ass when he was here for a minute. Kwame Brown.
Oh man, Kwame Brown
was trash.
The number 1 pick in the draft.
He's no longer the worst number 1 pick of all time, though.
No, he's not.
Easily
it's Anthony
Bennett by far. He's not in the league, dog. He's out of the league.
Number 1 pick. Usually, like even when the number 1 pick is not a very good pick, it's like a pride thing, and he just ends up staying in the league forever because the teams that drafted him, they just
I'm not weak.
Yeah, it's
you're not trash. Yeah. You could fucking do it.
Right. Like it's almost like the GMs get together and they're like, yo, we have to keep this guy in the league because of my reputation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with Anthony Bennett, they were like,
nah, he's actually too weak.
This is,
you know what I'm saying?
Not gonna be able to die. Now that wasn't a very, if I can remember correctly, that draft wasn't very deep. But who was in that draft that they could have taken?
Okay, so
because you got to think, bro.
It was 2013, I think. So I
know the
Pistons
to be trash. It's crazy because they had so many number 1 picks.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous. So that draft, I know the Pistons took KCP that year, and he turned out to be okay. But I was really high on him when he first got in the league.
Shoot.
I think Giannis was in that draft. I think that was that was the big one.
Whoa.
And maybe Kawhi as well.
Oh wow, yeah, they could have had. They blew that. So these guys had. They had what? And they took Andrew Wiggins, right? He was the number 1 pick, wasn't he?
Yep.
Then they took.
So here, check out. This is the 2013 draft. You got Anthony Bennett, Victor Oladipo, Otto Porter, Cody Zeller, KCP, CJ McCollum, Michael Carter Williams.
Oh wow, CJ McCollum.
Giannis.
Giannis was in that draft?
Yep.
Ouch.
You remember everybody thought Shabazz Muhammad was going to be the man?
Yes.
He ended up being trash.
Oh, yeah, I do. That's
Dennis Schroeder, however, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Bro, Giannis.
Yep.
So the Cavs could have had Giannis, and then they could have had Kyrie, and then they could have...
The Pistons could have had CJ McCollum or Giannis, or...
Ouch.
I don't know. Anyways, that does it for the motherfucking sports section of the podcast.
Oh, man. Sorry for making you go down that dark
Pistons
road.
are the worst drafting franchise in all of sports, I think. Like, of all time. They are so bad at the draft. And now, dog, the fucking...
Oh, man.
The draft lottery is next Thursday, and I'm freaking out about that because we always lose our pick, like every fucking year.
Yeah,
and now, since we're in the 5th spot, I did the math, and there's actually a 50, it's a trash spot to be in, bro, because it's a 54% chance that we drop down and a 40-something% chance that we get up into the top 4. So, like, it's only like a 2% chance that we actually get the 5th pick. It's ridiculous. I hate this fucking team. Anyways.
Oh, man.
What are you into, bro?
That's hilarious. So, yeah, man, I'm still dealing with... I didn't try to play, so... and I hate you because you ruined this game for me.
Yeah, I told you. I didn't ruin shit,
so
bro.
I
told you the truth off top.
I finally went back to... try to play Neo 2 and playing Neo 2 after Ghost of Tsushima is a
not gonna be able to do
terrible thing. I mean, come on, man. Like, I understand the Souls games and the format with, like, you know what I mean? Get out of here with the overly difficult rage quit grind fest game. I'm just not. I don't care.
Be able to.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I beat Ghost of Tsushima on hard, so I'm here for the. I'm here for the hit me, once or twice and I die. But what I'm not here for is I lose stamina not only for attacking, but for dodging and for rolling and for blocking and for sprinting.
Bro, and
then if I run out of my stamina bar, I just sit there and then I die.
You have sitting duck.
It's
like
terrible.
I mean, look, I get it. It's to get good. Like I understand that, but I'm not here. I'm not trying to be stressed out. I'm trying to have fun.
I'm not here for that at all. I'm sorry. I was kind of in the beginning, but just playing Ghost made me realize how frustrating Neo 2 is, and I don't care enough to play it now because it's just, I don't feel like putting time into a rage quarter right now.
Bro, when I was playing that game, I played it for about an hour and a half, and I barely beat the first level. And I was like, actually, you just gotta get good. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I realized that I was no longer having fun. I mean, if I want, I mean, anybody can sit up there and like grind themselves to death and fucking beat the shit. It's not about like, oh, I'm not good enough to beat the game. I could have, but I simply wasn't having fun.
Yeah, and there's ways around it. You can summon allies and all that stuff and use that. Which, I'm not bad. I can play the game, but it's just like you said, it's just not fun.
Yeah,
I had fun playing open world games. You know what I mean? And just sometimes I can do the Dark Souls style game, and sometimes I just don't. It's just not fun. I don't want to.
I'm all set. Get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, man. Other than that, I told you I finally started watching Dr. Stone.
Oh,
and I gotta say, man, I love it. I do like it. I am
good.
This is the first anime I've taken in a while that's not like a action fest.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it, man. I like it a lot.
But it's still intense.
It's
still a lot of I mean, it's not fighting, but it's like
it still
the stakes are high as fuck,
has
man.
its anime intensity moments where the stakes are high,
and it makes you feel like it's
intense,
fighting,
bro. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So, shout out to Dr. Stone.
Yeah, bro. I've been into basketball for the first time in a while. Like, I've been enjoying the fuck out of these bubble games.
Shout out to
Dame time.
Before you finish, like, shame on everybody who hated on Melo and
You know what I'm saying?
and everybody who I guess, you know, everybody who bought into the hype that the media basically tried to destroy him. And then you had people on the internet agreeing and, he's not playing because they don't play any defense. He's out of shit. Bro, nobody plays defense in the NBA. Stop, okay? Carmelo Anthony is one of the greatest scorers of all time, okay? He's a great rebounder. The guy is a hooper through and through. He has never been trash.
Not at all.
And y'all tried to really internet push this agenda of him being whack. And I just hated it because, like, how are y'all gonna do that to Melo but not do it to D Wade, who wasn't good for his last like 3, you know, he wasn't good for his last like 3 seasons, and y'all really did that to Melo but didn't do it to him. And I was like, that's really whack. So I'm super happy to see Melo thriving in the bubble.
Yep.
Fill out that Carmelo Anthony apology form.
Not me. I always believed in Melo. I always believed in that man, dog. I got the fuck out of here! Because he could really, really play. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that. Shout out to Dame. Shout out to Devin Booker. Shout out to
and that bothers me too a little bit. The Suns not, because when they came with the bubble concept, the one flaw, man, that I saw in it was I literally said right when they, you know, kind of came out with the format, and I was like, yo, so what if a team goes in and just wins every single game and they don't make the playoffs? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened with the Suns.
Yeah, man. But Devin Booker is growing up, though. Like, that nigga, I mean, a lot of people was talking a lot of shit about Devin Booker, like, you know, he could score, but them niggas don't play no defense and their team is trash. You can't win with Devin Booker. Like, nah, bruh. Devin Booker is a super duper star. Right. Like, and I've been high on him from day one.
Your guy.
Yeah. I always say this for my Pistons fans. I will give you my car keys right now for Devin Booker. Look at here. I'll give you my car keys right this instant if you trade me for Devin Booker. Like, that motherfucker is my guy. And he's from Michigan too. Shout out to Devin Booker.
And that does it for the sports section of the SwordCast.
Boom, boom. Yeah, man. So let's see what we got here.
Oh, real quick before we move on. So, you know, Kiss Anime, right?
Rest in peace.
Everybody's piracy source of anime. Look, man, like, this is how I feel. I don't know how you feel about it. Stop.
Yeah, pay them $5.
Pay the money and support anime.
That's fine. Y'all niggas is grown now.
Y'all don't have to do that. We did that, so
Hov
did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Man,
you know what I mean?
I didn't even have that when I first started doing my anime journey. Man. I had to fucking
bro. We was out here buying the tapes.
I had to peruse the weird parts of the internet where it was no subtitles. It was just in Japanese, and I had to just
you know what I'm saying? We
just figure it out.
We did that so you didn't have to. So go ahead. Anime is very mainstream now.
Pay that little $5.
Pay that little $5. It's so you can even there's sites that stream it. You don't have to mourn the pirate anime website.
Yeah,
support it.
We're grown guys.
Right?
Come
on, y'all.
I mean, and I'm not here to judge nobody. I mean, we all have our vices that we spend money on. But if anime is one of those vices, and here I am, since I do work in finance as my day job, like, you niggas, goddamn it, like, you niggas get your budgets together. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make that a priority, consuming anime media is a priority, then you need to budget for it. Put $10 a month down, pay for your subscription, and it'll make your life so much easier, bro.
Right.
Just it's
high
worth
quality.
it. It's
you
fine.
don't have to worry about it doing weird stuff. When you're
I ain't about to
watching
pay
it.
for nothing, dog. I could just go. No, you can't. Now you can't. So now what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Pay your $5, or I think it's like $7 now, whatever, and you'll be fine. Budget. Understand your budget. Make room for it. And let's keep it moving. Let's speaking of anime, smooth transition. We are going to continue with that 10-day anime challenge, day 6.
That we started like 20 episodes ago.
Like a year ago. Ooh, this is a good one, Doug. So we're going to start with you since I'm in the driver's seat for the moment.
Oh, no.
Saddest anime death.
Oh man. That's really all right. Saddest anime death. Let's see here. I had to think of one that personally. Okay, so the saddest anime death for me, because there's anime deaths that make you angry.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's anime deaths that genuinely like you're sad.
Yeah.
But like so Neji and spoiler for something that happened like 10 years ago.
Right.
Neji dying, I wasn't sad. I was very angry. I was upset. I felt like
tough.
it didn't need to happen. I felt like it didn't make any sense. And
Neji was up next, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was Naruto, Sasuke, and like Neji was kind of right there, bro.
And I thought his death made no sense. I felt like it was a kind of, a plot device, a way for him to get Naruto and Hinata closer, because Neji was kind of in the way, so he just got rid of him, and I thought it was really stupid.
I also saw that as like I said, like in terms of power and like ability, Neji was already like he was in a Anbu Black Ops or on his way. He wasn't a Jonin,
but he became a Jonin before everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think they needed a way to retcon, like, all right, at the end of this shit, we gonna have to have it with Sasuke and Naruto, but like, how do we deal with Neji, because he's right there?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we going to? We can't just ignore this nigga, this powerful ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you kill him. We're gonna kill him.
Especially when you find out like the significance of the Byakugan with the moon,
with the Tetsaigan and and Kaguya's people.
I mean,
and everything
could you see Neji like realizing that at some point and getting a Tensaigan?
So now that you say that, that makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, like, then don't make the character, man. Like,
yeah, because they wrote themselves into a corner.
They wrote themselves into a corner, and Neji was going to be, like you said, he was going to be this awkward third wheel, just as powerful as the other guy's thing. And instead of them developing him, they just killed him.
Because the story didn't work. They needed everything up until that point was about the duality between like the Senjus and the what's the other one? The ancient tribe, like
you're talking about
the people that the Senju people are descended from, and the folks, the brother that the other people,
Sage Six Paths,
his sons, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how they were supposed to mirror Naruto and Sasuke. It was always about, and then you had like Madara and the first Hokage.
You had Madara and Hashirama, the reincarnations of was it Indra and something like that. The other one I forgot, but. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And it had to be a duality.
And the story was always about the two reincarnations of his sons. And then it was always about that. So, yeah, I get it. But at the same time,
how did you like that? I thought that was dope. Like that realization that like that was what made them special. How'd you like it?
I thought it was cool. But at the same time, I told you before, I wasn't a fan of how Kaguya just kind of came through, and they just like, oh, Madara was he was a pawn, and I didn't like that, but I did like the Sage of the Six Paths thing and the whole reincarnation thing. I thought that was cool, but again, Neji should have been there anyway. So that's the death that made me angry. But the saddest anime death for me, I would have to say, Asuka Asuma, man, from Naruto. And the reason why Asuma's death was so sad is because after, his death is sad, but and his team's there. Shikamaru's there, Choji, and
has Shikamaru gotten over it yet,
bruh? The thing that makes it so sad is the next episode. There's this scene where Shikamaru is playing what is it? I don't think it's chess, but he's playing that game with his dad, and he just like his dad is just like, yo, you can let it out, man. I know you're, and he just loses it, and it's so sad. I can't even watch it because that string of episodes are some of my favorite ones because that leads into Kakashi. Remember going with them to get revenge and the whole thing with Hadana.
We finna go kill this nigga.
Yeah, right. I want to go too. Yeah, and that scene, that episode where Shikamaru just like it's just dead dealing with it is so sad. So that's mine. What's your saddest anime death?
Mine is easy, bro. It's easy as fuck, bro. The death of Koro Sensei in Assassination's Classroom, bro. He's talking about can't watch this shit. Like I can't watch that, bro. Like, cause so just a brief synopsis. Koro Sensei, if you've watched Assassination Classroom, he's like this alien monster. He's not exactly an alien, a little bit of a spoiler, but who's like this like purple like this yellow smiley face with like a bunch of like tentacles, and this nigga is like fucking amazing, like lightning quick, like is super powered as fucking, and like he's hired to be a teacher, but also he's like threatened that if he's gonna blow up the moon, or he already blew up the moon or something, like he's gonna destroy the planet if he's not assassinated within like 30 days or by the end of the school year or something like that.
So he has to teach the students how to
do it, right? But he's also like an amazing teacher at the same time, and like a good ass like human being, even though he's not really a human being. And like the kids just love him, but they also like start every morning by trying to assassinate his ass. It's really fucking dope. But they finally do kill this nigga in the end, and after they've built this entire relationship with him. And bruh, like
spoiler alert for about
maybe 5 or 6 year old,
7
more. Yeah, it was like 2011. So it was like 8 or 9 years. But when they finally kill this nigga, dog, like
sad
niggas was ugly crying, bro. Like the main character literally was like snot nose, like ridiculous, exaggerated crying. And even like the bully in the class was like fucking, that nigga was sort of like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh no, nigga Kuro Sensei, come on now. Fuck.
Oh, man.
That was tough. That was definitely by far. And they had the sad ass music in the background. I was like, oh, fuck off, dog. Like, are you?
Oh, man.
Ninja cutting onions, goddammit. I know that the expression is ninjas, or what is it? Maybe I don't know the expression. What is it?
I don't know. I think I think yours was better anyway than what the original one was.
Yeah, so that's definitely the saddest death right there.
Man.
So the next order of business here, this is an interesting question. Bring back one fictional character as if they never died. Damn, this is a dark episode.
Wow, yeah, we're talking a lot about some death.
I mean, Neji would be an interesting one.
Yeah, that would be a good one. You go first.
So there's a few that come to mind. One of the first that comes to mind is Jean Grey. After the Dark Phoenix saga, because the Marvel universe is never. I mean, I know she comes back, kind of. There's Madeline Pryor, and then there's like they go back in time to like X-Men, like red and blue and green and gold and all that shit. They kind of bring her back, but only until recently, I think. And somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. She is like back, but she was dead for like 25 years, right? Like, and Cyclops like never recovered from that shit. Like he he basically became the new Magneto, and not directly because of that, but like him starting on that path kind of started with that. And also, man, like I stand for Marvel Girl / Jean Grey / motherfucking White Phoenix of the Crown. Like, I think you Scarlet Witch niggas, I think got allowed y'all like, because Jean Grey was out of the continuum for so long that, and obviously Wanda Maximoff is super powerful, but come on now, like let's not get it twisted, bro. Like, there are very few like Omega level, and I don't even think, technically speaking, I think they did change it recently. Yes. Wanda Maximoff has been confirmed as Omega, but she wasn't for a long time.
Right.
And she's a reality warper, but she's not a universal reality warper like Franklin Richards is. But when Jean Grey get that Phoenix Force, I don't care what nobody says. White Phoenix of the Crown is washing Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, washing him. And the reason why is because Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet is bound to one universe. There's one Infinity Gauntlet per universe. And it only has control over that one universe. The Phoenix Force is multiversal. There's only one Phoenix in all of the multiverse. Yeah. And the White Phoenix of the Crown is like that perfect union of Jean Grey and the Phoenix
Force.
And I mean, you got the one above all, you got the Living Tribunal, you got the Beyonders out there somewhere, and then you got the White Phoenix of the Crown, dog. Like, she's literally like the third most powerful person in the entire Marvel like pantheon.
Word.
And I'm here for you already know I like the overdogs. I fuck the underdogs. I'm here for the overdog. Shout out to Gary Greenlee to where I borrowed that from. So yeah, I think the one that comes to mind is Jean Grey, because it wouldn't have been no X-Men versus Avengers. Like, that shit would have ended way differently.
Yep,
like,
agreed.
But then again, kind of like Neji, right? Like, she was kind of too powerful, and they started to explore how powerful she was.
And the only retcon is
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jean Grey. What about you?
It's a good one. There's a couple that come to mind, but I do think that I have to stick with Neji, man. Mm-hmm. Out of everything that I'm into, everything, anime, film, whatever, comic books. Neji is just that one death that just bothers me all the time.
Yeah.
And it's because I know that he was killed because of plot. You know what I mean? We literally just discussed it. He would have had to be on that same platform as Naruto and Sasuke, especially once all these things with the Byakugan and these other clans that hadn't been introduced yet come to the forefront of the plot of Naruto and Boruto. Neji would have had to be super powerful right there. So
yeah.
That's just one death that bothers me. So mine would definitely be Neji.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
Yeah, man. Moving on. A little bit of 90s.
90s nostalgia.
Obviously. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, bro, I'm here, bro. I'm driving now, so let's do it. This is a great question. A cartoon that got progressively worse as time went on.
Oh man, that's always the curse of something good, not knowing when to end it. You know what I mean? That's kind of my knock on Bleach. I actually the first few episodes of Bleach are actually really good, and then it gets whack after that. I don't like it after like the Soul Society arc. It falls off for me. But that also happened a lot with some of our favorite cartoons, man. So I got two. Okay, I wonder if we have the same one.
I don't think so, because mine are sort of, one of them is an anime, but it's still 90s.
Okay.
And the other one is it's not a cartoon, but it's still a 90s nostalgia joint. So I'm gonna go with Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, that's a good one.
Because obviously Dragon Ball, the beginning of all of Dragon Ball was amazing. Dragon Ball Z up until the Frieza saga was just fucking chef's kiss. It was almost as good, yeah. Maybe even on the trajectory to being better than Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
And even the Cell saga was good. It wasn't as good as the Frieza saga, but I liked the Cell saga because I liked the Gohan come up. And they didn't have the courage to fucking end that shit and be like, all right, boom, that's a wrap. Goku is dead. Dragon Ball Z is over. And we're going to do Dragon Ball Gohan after this.
But you know the fans were the ones who ruined it.
So I guess they did have the courage, but the fans were like, nah, we want Goku back.
Exactly.
What am I, Krillin?
You sounded just like
Goku. Right. So,
you can't die.
Right. We need more ratings.
We need more ratings. Shout out to Krillin. Krillin was my dude in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Krillin's coming to your planet, coming to your comic book and beating the dog shit out of your favorite character. That
exactly.
Krillin, power stealing.
Destructo Disc.
Right. So yeah, I think that, and I would have loved to see that, bro. I would have loved to see a Gohan, and then even if they did what they ended up doing at the end of Dragon Ball Z with Gohan instead, like with new transformations. Mm-hmm. Like Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan Mystic God, Mrs. all of that shit. It would have made so much more sense if Gohan was, because like his half human DNA like would have created a different kind of like whatever. And him and Trunks would be kind of like the new Goku and Vegeta. That shit would have been sweet as fuck, dog. It would have
been, and the fans, and the fans would have accepted it.
So right, that shit would have been fine.
I don't know why but
man, that shit would have been sweet as fuck, bro. I'm sad now. Like I want that. Like that would have been amazing.
Oh man, Trunks did finally get his come up in Super though.
He did,
and I'm not a very big fan of Super. I know I'm very critical of that show, but
I'm certainly
not. That Trunks arc with Goku Black was very good. That was by far the best thing in Super to me.
And so, with that in mind, actually, I'm gonna hit
the English. Oh, okay. The English dub on there translates horribly because they call him Black because he's Goku Black. That's this part.
Oh, they just say black.
That guy's not black. Don't shoot him.
Goku nigger.
Hey, nigger Goku. Oh my goodness.
So the other one that I'm going to go with is not exactly a cartoon, and I think that I might be wrong. I think that if I watch them now,
it wouldn't be trash.
It would be different, but not trash, and that's going to be Power Rangers. Because like the first 2 seasons of Power Rangers, like the original cast was just incredible. Even like Power Rangers Zeo, that shit was fire as fuck. Yeah. I really like that.
That's a good one.
Because and then it started because all of my like the ones that I grew up with started leaving the show, and I'm like, what's going on here, guys? Like,
man, there's some weird Power Ranger shows out there.
Yeah, but
Power Rangers in the Lost Galaxy,
right? But I've actually like, you know, what actually put me on was that Power Rangers Battle for the Grid game.
Oh, word!
Where you kind of get into some of the lore of the other Rangers, and that's like, yo, some of that shit is kind of dope.
Yeah.
But
you might go back and watch the show, and it
just wasn't for me, and like I'm like old now, so it's like, bro, some of this shit is too campy for me now. Like I'm not a kid, and again, I'm not the target audience. They're not making it for me. They're making it for the children. But it's gonna be hard for me to like go back and absorb it if y'all niggas gonna be fucking doing the shit that y'all was doing when I was 8 years old. Like it doesn't hit the same way.
I feel you.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z. What about you?
It's a good one. I am going to go okay. I got 2, and they're both Nickelodeon cartoons.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to go with Hey Arnold.
Ooh.
Classic. Love it. But as the years went on, Hey Arnold got a little whack. Like, they started doing some weird stuff. I remember he had that cousin Arnie.
Yeah.
Weird, man. And then they had where he started falling in love with what's her name? Lila.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it just got whack. They switch up the animation a little bit.
I hate when they do that.
And I just wasn't feeling it the same as the old ones. And my other one is gonna be Rugrats, man.
I figured that was gonna be.
I obviously, like most kids our age, loved Rugrats.
Mm-hmm.
Then they started doing the baby Dill thing, man. And then they started
get Dill the fuck out of here. There was no need for Dill,
bro.
There
was no need for Dill at all. He didn't. I get it that he was in the movie, but oh man! And there they go. Remember, we just talked about that last week, where we were saying how not everything has to coincide with like the film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's okay. You can have the show be separate. Everything doesn't have to match up. They brung Dill in after the movie, and he didn't fit.
Yeah.
What y'all doing? Then they changed the animation, changed the theme song, they started adding all these new characters, and they brought Kimmy in too from the movie.
Yeah.
Then they did All Grown Up, where nobody asked for that, and that was whack. So yeah, that's my two choices: Hey Arnold and Rugrats, man.
Dexter's Laboratory, one of my favorite ever, also had a really whack last couple of seasons where they changed the voice actor, they changed the animation.
Just let the show go out on top, man.
Yeah, bro. Don't have Dexter out there averaging like 14 points a game in his last couple of seasons. Let that nigga retire on top.
Right, man. I feel you on that.
So, all right. What else we got?
I don't know.
Only pick
Oh,
3.
it's time for that? Oh, goodness. Yeah. I'm going to send it to you. Don't get mad.
He's been hyping this up since literally last week. Speaking of last week,
that one was tough.
My dog isn't in here right now, but he has been consistently eating the couch.
He has been eating the couch. I feel like one day we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna come in here, and the couch is gonna be gone.
Yo, fuck this, bro.
Because Cloud is eating the couch. That's right. It is time for You Can Only Pick 3. Who hosted it? Last time it was Chancellor Palpatine. Who hosted You Can Only Pick 3. This time, who should host it this time? Let's see here.
Fuck this, bro.
Not gonna be able to do it.
No. A Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord.
So this time, we got You Can Only Pick 3. Last time we did anime, and it was like all good anime. That one was really tough. This time,
fuck.
This time, we got You Can Only Pick 3 martial arts movie edition. And these movies are good. They're all good, man.
Like, these are all classics.
What are you going to do?
I think I may have. Okay, so I got a question.
You can only pick 3. Yeah.
All right, so the first row here, we've got Iron Monkey, The Raid,
okay,
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Wow.
All 3 of these are amazing.
What we
got Drunken Master, Enter the Dragon.
Wow.
Ong Bak. In the last row, we've got Hero, Ip Man, and 36 Chambers. Okay.
Wow.
So, fuck. All right. So, question: Drunken Master, is this the original or the one from 1995?
This is the 1995 one.
That actually,
the hot coals.
That makes it. I mean, that movie was great, but I prefer
I prefer the
original.
Okay.
Even though this one, I mean, I'm talking about like the original score is 100. This one scores like 98.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes it a little bit easier. And this is Ong Bak 1, not 2, correct?
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Okay, so the story in Ong Bak 1 was better, but the fighting in Ong Bak 2 was better, in my opinion.
Yup.
So fucking hell. All right. So the Enter the Dragon is a safe bet. That's my favorite Bruce Lee movie. Bruce Lee is my favorite kung fu actor. One of my favorite people ever in my Mount Rushmore of human beings.
Right.
Bruce, Bob, and Muhammad Ali. Bob as in Bob Marley. For all of you who didn't know. 36 Chambers, I can let go of that one. It's a classic. It's a little, I mean, it was sort of like pre Bruce Lee kind of.
Gordon Liu was he's awesome though.
He is. The stylings of it though are a little like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Then we got Hero. I liked Hero a lot. Shout out. I think that might have been the movie where I wasn't introduced to Donnie.
You got your name from me that movie.
No. Certainly not. I wasn't introduced to Donnie Yen in this movie, but I remember like recognizing like, oh, that's Donnie Yen. But there are movies on this list that I like better than that.
Right.
I would say the same for Iron Monkey. Again, a fantastic movie, but I think that there are two here that I personally like better. Three that I think I like better. So
what it is.
What it's going to come down to, the final three spots need to be narrowed down to two between The Raid, Crouching Tiger, and Ip Man. This is Ip Man 1, correct?
Yeah.
I think Ip Man's got to be in there, man. The first Ip Man was a fucking masterpiece, bro.
Yes.
Shit was a masterpiece, nigga.
My man was punching them black belts to Chile.
Bro, he punched that nigga's face into the mat, like into the wood. Like, he like fused him into the floor. That's ridiculous. And then rolled my man's leg off, basically. Right, no, not just that. Like, and
then he rolled through and just stepped on my man's face and broke his neck.
Right, dog.
Brutal.
I think Ip Man's in there. So it's going to come down between The Raid and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah. Brutality and beauty.
Ah! All right, man. I just got to make a call here. So I think that the fighting, like the quality of the like just hard hitting fighting was slightly better in The Raid. But for my taste in terms of like aesthetic and style, I may have to give Crouching Tiger the nod. So we're going to go Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon.
Okay.
Ip Man. And Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh man! Wow,
I'm happy with that list, but that shit that sucked.
Great choices. All right, man.
All right.
So
what you
it's
got?
my turn. You know, we might actually. Let's see here. All right, this is tough. I don't think it's as tough as the last one, but this is tough. We got Iron Monkey, one of my favorite movies ever.
That's a good one.
Very good Donnie Yen role. That's one of my favorite Donnie Yen movies. He's in that movie. Iron Monkey is awesome. It's just a classic. It captures the sweet. It has like the old style of like the sped up fight scenes, but it's a little more modern and it's also hilarious.
It is quite funny.
The Raid, Iko Uwais. Like you said, brutal hallway fights. Some of the best fight scenes ever. Obviously, my first shoe-in is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's no secret. Everybody knows how much I love that movie, the characters. That is my literal number one favorite movie ever. Not just martial arts movie. It's my favorite movie.
Of all
time. So, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Lee Mubai. That is my first shoe-in pick. Oh, man. All right. Then we got Legend of Drunken Master, which, you know what? I'm tired of this because last time my whole top 5 favorite anime were in there. This time, if I were to, my top 5 favorite martial arts movies, 1, 2, 3, there's like 4 of them on here. So this is ridiculous. Again, The Legend of Drunken Master, one of my all-time favorites. It is one of my top 5 favorite martial arts movies. My favorite Jackie Chan movie. Just amazing fights in that movie as well. Enter the Dragon. I mean, come on. It's Bruce. It's classic Bruce. Got the Bruce Lee shuffle.
So good, dog.
Man. It's not
Love it.
My favorite Bruce Lee movie is Way of the Dragon, but this movie it's up there. It's amazing, and it's Bruce at his absolute best.
Yeah, it's the Avengers of like the Bruce verse.
It is.
Like it's the
100%.
I mean, because like seriously, like that was the first like major like blockbuster of his career.
It was.
Unfortunately, the last as well. Sad.
Yeah. Ong Bak, I can do without because my favorite Ong Bak movie is Ong Bak 2. So I can do without that. Hero, another beautiful movie. Yep, that movie's beautiful. But I can do without that. That would be in my top 10, but I can do without that. Oh my gosh. Ip Man. Another classic. Donnie Yen at his best. Definitely one of my favorite movies. The movie really that made me want to get into training Wing Chun. And 36 Chambers, Gordon Liu, awesome. He's a legend. This movie's classic, but I can do without that too. So it's going to come down for me. Crouching Tiger's in already, so it comes down to It really comes down to Iron Monkey, Enter the Dragon, Ip Man, and Legend of the Drunken Master. The Raid is awesome, but I can do without the Raid too. All right. This sucks.
For all you actually, I did look up 36 Chambers, and it did come out in 1979, which is technically 1 year after Bruce Lee passed away.
Yeah.
But whatever.
All right, man. My second one that I'm going to keep here. Yo, this sucks.
I told you, bro.
God dang it. This is whack. All right, my second one is gonna be Iron Monkey, man.
No,
I love Iron Monkey. That's gotta be in there too. So that means I have a death sentence.
Bro, this is gonna be tough, bro.
This is gonna be so hard for me. Oh my goodness, I love Donnie Yen so much. I love it, man. I can't not pick Bruce, bro. I have to pick Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
come on, bro.
This sucks and this is terrible. And if my Sifu was listening to this, he would probably disown me because I'm not picking the Wing Chun film. But I gotta go with Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, my favorite movie ever. Iron Monkey, honestly, probably my second favorite martial arts movie ever. And Enter the Dragon, man. Classic Bruce. Bruce's blockbuster. I have to pick Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
So that's the three I'm rolling with. Ip Man would be my 4, and then my next one would be Legend of the Drunken Master. God, I hate these.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, bro, that sucks, man. But
that would have been so much easier if there was no Bruce movie on there.
Yeah.
If Enter the Dragon was any other movie, I would have went with Crouching Tiger, Ip Man, and Iron Monkey. But since it was Bruce,
gotta do it.
I had to pick it, man. That sucked.
To do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do those anymore.
Come on with it, bro. We gotta keep going. Yeah, you can only keep 3, goddamn. Only pick 3.
Oh, you can only pick 3. Yeah.
All right. And now it's time.
Oh, it is time for everyone's favorite part.
Top 5.
You should have did another explosion.
Oh, sorry.
Let's try it again. Go back.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Here we go.
It's time for everyone's favorite parts of the show.
We are children, bro. That's the beauty of doing this podcast at 1 o'clock in the morning. Niggas ain't got no filter.
I'm super tired. I'm an old man. All right, man. This is a good one. I like this one.
Yes, I'm excited about this one. I got some more. Well, so okay. Why don't you introduce us? Get us started.
All right. Obviously, we love anime. We're all anime fans here. Mm-hmm. We watch our shows, but the thing that gets us that keeps us on the wagon of the journey of the show is that first episode. Hiro-san.
Igzu.
Top 5 favorite anime pilot episodes ever.
Yeah. All right.
A lot of classics out there. This is...
Yeah. So this one is tough because I wanted to make sure I didn't have a list of all the same animes that I always talk about.
Right. I feel that.
So I have, though, included I've included 4 honorable mentions.
Mine's kind of similar.
Yeah. So the first one I'm going to go with is Vinland Saga. That's my first honorable mention. That shit is fire. The theme song is dope. And it, there's a ton of fighting in that first episode, and there's a lot of fighting in the show, but like it's a slow start after that. But bro, that first episode, you're like, oh, these niggas are Vikings, huh? Like, y'all niggas is out here like murdering and pillaging. I see. And it was like mad violence. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting this, but it was fire. And it got me hooked. My next honorable mention is going to be Death Note. Obviously, just a classic. I mean, and they drop you off in that motherfucker right away. Like one of the opening scenes is Ryuk, the god of death, the Shinigami, dropping the Death Note in front of Light, and it's like, all right, here we go. Let's get it popping. Let's see what this nigga finna do with this bitch. Right. And then from there it gets, and it's just, it's dope. I mean, they build the world really quickly. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they introduced Light and L in the same episode, and you can novelists still haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to spoil it, but like that, you just get to see.
I am going to watch it, in fact.
You just get to see like the level of genius battle that's going to happen in that, in like the first and second episodes. It's really, really dope. Another one, bro, that we've been preaching this shit for the longest, dog. Canterbury of the Iron Fortress.
Oh my goodness, that's such a good pick.
That shit is fire. It's very much, if you liked Attack on Titan, you will love this shit. Just intense, crazy intense from the first episode down to the last.
What am I doing? That's a great pick.
That's not even in my top 5, bro. It's just an honorable mention.
Oh my god.
And then my last honorable mention, and again, one of my favorites. I probably talk about this show more than any show ever. And I promise you, bro, at the end of when this is all said and done, Food Wars is going to end up being one of my top 5 favorite animes of all time. That's how good that shit is, bro.
Of all time, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to go with Food Wars. It had a really dope first episode where you just get to see, oh, so this shit is ridiculous. This shit is bananas. You niggas are having orgasms off this shit. Off of like literal food orgasms. Oh, okay. This is what we're in for. So into the proper top 5. I got a sleeper, dog. A low-key AF sleeper for number 5. And I don't know if you're up on this, bro. Are you up on Eden of the East? Are you familiar with that anime?
I am not. Wow. I think we may be putting each other on some new ones here.
Eden of the East, bro. Again, so I have to give novelists the warning. There's not a lot of fighting in this. I don't know if there's any fighting in it, actually. But it's another, like... It's not about Death Note, but it kind of reminds me of Death Note, in that it's like a cerebral sort of like conspiracy, but it's like got a positive spin. So, and I actually don't even remember what it's about. It's really complicated. But I remember the first episode was really dope. The basic premise is like select individuals are chosen to get like this special phone that will grant you some large amount of money, and you have a certain amount of time to use that money to change the world. And you were chosen for or whatever reason, and the main character like instigates this like war or like
that's a really dope.
Yeah, it's a dope concept, and you get it all in the first episode, and it's like, oh, this is interesting. But I wish I'm like doing a really poor job of explaining what this shit is about because it's been a minute since I watched it. But it was really cool, and it's a good animated. If you're like it's a good like fringe, like I don't really like anime like that, but I want something to kind of show me what this is about. That would be a good one to start with because it's not crazy. It's based in realism. So yeah, it's pretty good. And it's got a really the main character in it is really dope.
And it's called Eden of the East.
Eden of the East, yeah.
Word. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's dope. And then my number 4, again, one of my regulars, one of my standards, man. I got to go with Dr. Stone.
Ooh, okay.
Fire pilot, bro.
I like I said, I recently got into Dr. Stone. First episode was amazing. I loved it.
I mean, because that's a crazy ass premise that you got to set somebody up for and only have one episode to do it.
For sure.
And they did a great job. Like, oh, okay, so we're out here 300 or like 5,000. Bruh, this nigga counted the seconds fully conscious for like 5,000 years or however long it was, and was able to calculate how far into the future he was just by thinking, by staying conscious.
That was crazy.
That shit was unbelievable. I was like, oh, so this nigga is Reed Richards out here.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so Dr. Stone, fire ass first episode, and just really amazing job of world building there as well.
Who stops coronavirus first, Reed Richards or Tony Stark? Go, hurry up.
Bro, that nigga Tony Stark already got a cure and he's gonna sell it. Stark Enterprise vaccines.
Oh man.
But obviously Rick Sanchez has already solved that shit. As a matter of fact, Rick Sanchez created it by mistake while he was drunk. And you already know. Okay, so as I'm looking at my number 2 and 3, I think I'm going to do an impromptu swap, bro. I'm going to swap them. I'm going to go number 3, Attack on Titan.
Let's go.
I mean, you want to talk about a crazy ass first episode,
bro.
I was like, holy shit. What the fuck is going on,
man,
in this motherfucker? I mean, that's probably the most intense first episode that I've ever seen.
Ever.
I think Demon Slayer's first episode is close in terms of intensity.
Yeah.
But Attack on Titan is a whole different ballgame. What the fuck?
Like nothing you've ever seen before.
Bro, niggas heinous violence, niggas getting traumatized forever.
Bro. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, Attack on Titan number 3. But
I'll tell you. Go ahead.
So the reason why I made an impromptu number, because my number 1 is stands alone and there's reasons for it, but I had to flop them because I was so impressed with this show. Brand new show that we have talked about before, and I've said it on this podcast. God of High School has one of the best pilots that I've seen in years.
It does,
that first episode was incredible, dog.
I love it.
Amazing. And it's been dope. Like I said, my only gripe with this shit so far is if you watch the anime. I know in the comic, I actually did some research on this. In the comic, that character actually does grappling and does like Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay. I don't remember that, and I read a lot of the webtoon. I probably just don't remember it.
Yeah, he does, because he was doing like an arm bar and shit like that.
He was doing capoeira in there.
Bro, this nigga in the anime. So there's a user of Brazilian jiu-jitsu whose name I can't remember. And they call him in the anime, he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu user.
Yeah.
And I think it's based on what he was doing in the comic. But if you see this shit, it is very obviously capoeira. Like, it's not even up for debate. Like, it's like, I know the moves that he was doing. Like, I know the names of the moves that he was doing. Like, I could call them out. And I love to see capoeira getting shine, but like, put some respect on capoeira's name, bro. Like, that's a beautiful black ass martial art, and I'm here for it.
Right.
But anyways, the point is that show has kept up. I think it's going to go into a territory where it's like almost on some like, you know, big like super powered type shit after a while, which I'm here for.
Yeah, you can kind of see that taking shape.
Like already. On some like you know, Kuruma, and I can never say his name right. The Nine Tails Beast.
Yeah, Kurama.
Kurama, right. Kurama almost like summoning a beast or something like that. And I mind you, I've only read like 1 or 2 chapters of the manga. I'm not into it like that.
Right.
But you could tell it's about to get a little
crazy,
a little like supernatural here in a second. And and so far I'm fine with that. We'll see how it looks, but I've been really impressed with with God of High School so far. Man, that first episode was incredible.
It was so good. We talked about it a lot on here.
Yeah, it is really, really dope. So my number 1 though stands alone, man. It's got to be Samurai Champloo.
Let's go.
And it's just fucking like, oh shit, this is hip hop and anime.
You know what I mean?
And I was never the same after that. Like, it changed my life. I was like, oh, okay, so this is that thing.
This is what we doing now.
Yeah.
This is the bridge in my life.
Yeah, and like this is how both of the things that I love have come into one thing.
Right.
Like I'm like, all right, and it's just dope. Like it's super. Like they kind of like tell the story in a flashback and forth kind of way. They introduce the characters. Some amazing ass fights, some amazing scenery. The way it's directed is fantastic. I mean, come on, man. Like, let's go. It's just great. I mean, Samurai Champloo, what more can be said about this show? We've talked about it nonstop.
A billion times on here.
But yeah, that's definitely my favorite pilot of all time. So Eden of the East, number 5, Dr. Stone, number 4, Attack on Titan, number 2. Whoops. Right, because I thought about it at first. All right, you have to like make sure that you acknowledge the fact that you flipped them,
and you didn't.
I flipped them. I just didn't flip the numbers. I didn't flip the numbers back. So, Attack on Titan number 3, God of High School number 2, and Samurai Champloo number 1.
I like it. Good, man. Very good list. All right, let's go. Like you, my friend, I have a ton of honorable mentions because this is such a hard one. First honorable mention, I got to give Demon Slayer some honorable mention love. That first episode, extremely just ridiculous. You just get thrown, like you said, you get thrown right into the fire.
Tanjiro's life was immediately upended.
Bruh,
like, wait a minute.
Oh my God. So messed up. Another one, I gotta give a shout out to Blood Blockade Battlefront. That is a show that I did finish it, but I did get I kind of fell off. My interest fell off a little bit, as the show went on. But that first episode was really, really good. I mean, it's a weird show, man. It's kind of this. You guys should check it out if you've never seen it. It's a show where it's like this. The city has got like bridged with like this weird spirit realm. So there's like monsters and all types of weird stuff walking around in the world. And there's this character who has like this vision ability. And then, it's weird, but it just kind of gets you hooked because you want to know what happens next. And then there's like this amazing fight sequence, just ridiculous animation. There's this character named Zap, and he's black too, by the way. Shout out to Zap. Yeah, and Zap has like this crazy animation moment where he saves the main character. So I get some honorable mention. Shout out to Blood Blockade Battlefront. Oh man, another honorable mention that I got it. You know what? Ah, dang it. This is hard because all right. You know what? You know what, man? I got to do it. As good, Attack on Titan is amazing, but I'm taking it out of my top 5 because I got to have this other one in there. But Attack on Titan, it's no secret. The pilot to Attack on Titan is amazing. It's one of the best pilots I've ever seen. Because what happens is it's so messed up and it's so sad that you need closure. That's how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's so sad and it's so messed up that you need closure. So you have to watch the next episode to see if something better will happen. And then guess what? That episode is so sad and messed up that you need closure. So then you just keep watching it because that first episode literally traumatized you.
It reminds me of Game of Thrones. That's how Game of Thrones was. Game of Thrones will end on like a "what the fuck did you just break my heart for" a moment, and then it encourages you to check in again.
Oh my goodness! All right, but those are my honorable mentions. Let's get into this top 5.
Hold on, real quick.
All right. Let's get into this top 5, man. My number 5. This is a show. Again, man, the job of the pilot episode is to just get you hooked immediately. My number 5 is going to be Gurren Lagann.
Oh, wow. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yo,
shit.
This is a perfect example of a show that you turn on, you have no idea what's happening, and then it just goes from 0, here's everything about the show.
Yeah.
Plus some craziness real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the characters who are like living underground forever, and then you just happen to be tuning in when they break out.
Yeah.
And they get to the surface for the first time ever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, what a great show.
What a great show. Great characters.
Might be time for a rewatch.
Yeah, man. Great characters. But that first episode is one of my favorite first episodes ever that really got me hooked on watching the entire show. My number 4, man, you want to talk about a show, one of my favorite shows already ever. I just watched it, I think 2 years ago, maybe last year. Dororo, man, coming at number 4. That show is very... it's a great pilot episode, man. It's just Dororo. The plot is super dark, man. You got this guy he's a samurai and he's the leader of this land, and he basically makes a deal with the demons that they can have his firstborn son in exchange for like the prosperity of his land. You know what I'm saying? And so when his wife gives birth to his son, since he sacrificed him to the demons, he's born with no limbs, he's born with no skin, he doesn't have any organs, any eyes, he doesn't make any noise. It's really crazy. And then he ends up getting found by this guy, and he basically, you find out that he gets taken in by this guy who makes like prosthetic limbs for people. So he's basically got like swords in his arms and legs. And then Dororo is this little kid, and Hyakimaru is the one who was born like that. And in the very first episode, bro, you just instantly see, like, you see his whole entire just life in like that one episode. You see how he was born, and then you see him in the future where he's just this like buzzsaw Yoda like style Levi, speed, and he just saves the kid from this demon, and it's just amazing. And it, like I said, it was such a very good first episode, but the concept of the show was so different and so weird that you had to keep watching it. You know what I mean? Coming in at number 3, man, I gotta go with God of High School. Recent, we just watched it. Amazing first episode. I mean, you get introduced to some good characters, very amazing animation, and off rip you get just a crazy battle royal fight. You know what I'm saying? At the end of that first episode. And just the martial arts styles that they were including in the animation was so good.
Bruh,
so it was
all kinds of shit going on.
It was so much going on. It was amazing. One of my first favorite episodes ever. Number 2, man, I'm going with Cowboy Bebop. I know we talk about the show all the time, but just that first episode, man, you get to see Spike fight. Just that opening scene, bro, where Jet's cooking the food and Spike's training on the punching bag. It's so good. And then
is there a train scene on that first episode?
I don't think so. This is when he the bloody eye. Remember he fights my man's off the bloody eye drug, and then you get to see Spike's martial arts like instantly in the first episode, and he just instantly reminds you of Bruce, and it's just that first episode of Cowboy Bebop is amazing. And my number 1 is Samurai Champloo 2, man. I mean,
hard to beat that.
You can't beat it. You know, the bridge of hip hop and anime, the just the way that their stories lined up. You know what I mean? It's amazing the way that that Jin and Mugen's stories line up. Mugen goes to, he kind of goes in there to get rid of the guys for food. And then they're like, oh, we're going to go get, blah, blah, blah. We'll be back and you'll be sorry. And Mugen's like, bet, I'll wait for them to come back. Jin has already killed
already wasted them niggas.
Jin has already wasted the guys they were going to go get. So then he comes back. And then Mugen's like, are you these guys? And Jin's like, no, I killed them. And then he's like, oh, well, I want to fight you then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that first episode, amazing. Soundtrack, amazing. You get there's that scene where Jin's hat goes in the air when he kills the guys. And then the blood goes
blood
on
spray.
Man,
that
crazy.
was fucking fire.
And then they do the turntable thing, too.
Yep,
and go back to crazy. Ridiculous. So good. So that's my top 5, man. Gurren Lagann number 5, Dororo number 4, God of High School number 3, Cowboy Bebop number 2, and Samurai Champloo number 1. My favorite pilot episodes, and an asterisk with Attack on Titan, because it's amazing. That's it, man. That's my top 5. This is episode 48. It is 1:30 in the morning.
Yep.
I have to drive home. I'm tired. Hopefully, this episode gets, everything's good. We got the video and everything, right? No problems.
Whatever. We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. But yeah, man, thank you all for listening.
Actually, no, we got to do the whole thing over again.
Oh, stop it. That did happen that one time.
It sure did.
We literally did an episode right after we recorded it.
Yep.
It was hilarious.
On a Monday, so I had to fucking stay up until
the next day.
But we got it. We pulled it off.
We did it, man. All right, episode 48 in the books. Yo, if y'all listening on Thursday, make sure y'all tune in. Go on my Patreon. Become a patron. It's just $5 for this live set me and Hero are doing for y'all in there, since we can't do any shows in any venues. We did it last time. It was dope. A lot of people tuned in and watched it. Thursday at 7, man. Just become a patron. Go to patreon.com/Noveliss. Become a patron. It's only $5 just to see this show. And the show will be on there on Thursday at 7 o'clock, man. Thank y'all. We love y'all as we approach episode 50. Peace.
Do your job. You remember Marvel vs. Capcom, that nigga Spider-Man? Do your job.
Do your job. This one's for JJ.
Wow. For you guys,
my word is my sword. Hokage Tosai, pulling the blades out of the forge. Up prior to my knowledge of the Force, was sticking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under great skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal. My mind to lift you. In this time we shine together. Disarm your pistol. Yo, welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.